Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
You are listening to Active Spaces Insightful Conversations with Ayanda Sitebe. Keep it locked.
I really wish I could sing. I'll be just singing some beautiful sounds for you now over this beat. I just wish I was a poet, at least if I was a poet. That's what music does. It's that time again. We are talking all things Active Spaces. And I'm Ayanda Sitebe, and this is Insightful Conversations. Thank you again for joining us. Oh my God, it's been an amazing month. You know, we've been featuring amazing ladies who've been coming here and saying so many things. You know, not just so many things, but so many profound things. So it's been amazing. It's been crazy. I've been enjoying myself. I've been really enjoying the conversations that have been happening. Yeah. I think it's the love thing that should just keep happening. You know, we should just keep appreciating women. You know, it doesn't have to be the month of August where we take out the last whatever cents to spoil our wives, to spoil our daughters, to spoil our sisters. I think it just should be an ongoing thing, And another thing that I should just start raising, we should just start, you guys must just vote, I think this 30 minutes here at brandlive.co.za is just too small. I think we've got so much to talk about. We've got so much to say about this forever evolving, forever growing industry, that I think 30 minutes is not enough once a week, so hint, L, let's start, negotiating these times, these things, because these are amazing conversations that must happen. But a bit later, we are joined by the amazing Dineo and Nchabeleng. I think I can't wait to really have a conversation with her. I really sort of appreciate her consistency within the industry, So I can't wait to really hear what she has to say about her journey, what she's learned, what she can pass on to the young upcoming sort of child stars, because she was a child star at some point, but she still looks very young, so she still has like a child star sort of thing. But I think she's on her way. She's going to be joining us later. But before she joins us, what I want us to talk about really is the forever transitioning of the industry. I think that's a very sort of important conversation that must be happening. The transitioning that's happening, is that good or bad? Is this too fast? Because there's just a big buzz within the industry, which it's a good thing. But what makes me say this is because I had a conversation with a director, and we were talking about the transitioning of the industry that's happening. And he made me aware of something so important. He was like, look, it's good. Our industry is growing and I'm happy for that. But I'm just concerned in terms of how fast we're now starting to create work. Is that producers, directors, actors seem not to have enough time to craft work. Unlike before. I know times are moving, things are fast paced now, but before I think they had time, to make sure that the shot works, to make sure that the actor is in the right space, to make sure that the actor is in the right sort of mood to sort of deliver a certain character or certain lines. Where these days, I've been on sets these days, it's a move. It's like one take, let's go. We're chasing deadlines, we're chasing TX. What's your thought? What do you think? Is that good or bad? Is the transition that's happening now a good thing for the industry? Especially in terms of how fast we're producing work. Is that good or bad? Or someone else had a counter argument when we were having this conversation. And he said, but that's the reason why we take out 2 movies or 1 movie a year instead of really going out there and producing as many movies as we can. Maybe because we're just thinking we want to craft instead of just doing the work. Where do we find that balance? Hit us up on our social media, especially Twitter. Let's have this conversation at Actor Spaces. Let's go for the break. After the break, we're going to look at the Actor of the Week. That segment is back. we are starting to look at who's doing the most within the week on our television screens, in theaters, on the big screens. Who's giving the most performance, who's giving the best performance, who's giving the most amazing performance. After the week, actor of the week. Did I say after the week? After the break, actor of the week.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za.
The unique experience. Living as One Events presents relationship talks, drama, Q&A sessions, music, love stories, ladies and gents session, and lots more. Registration fee at 150 Rand. Happening at Bread of Life Foundation Venue, Honeydew Shopping Center, Bayers Nordia Drive, corner Blueberry Drive, Unit 66, Laser Park, Honeydew. Saturday, 15 September at 11 a.m. RSVP on 072-851-8702.
Hey Bonang, how are you?
Hi Tuli, you look so beautiful. Hey, long time no see. What happened to your skin, by the way? The last time I saw you, you had a lot of blemishes and breakouts. It was so terrible, man.
Wow, thanks for that, Bonang. Luckily, I discovered DMK. Have you heard of DMK?
DMK? Who are they?
DMK is a paramedical skincare brand that specializes in all skin conditions. Would you like their number?
Yes, please.
I know you're not good at numbers, so let me give you their website address because your skin looks terrible. It's www.dmkskincare.co.za.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
Hey, you see this radio thing, guys, it's gonna take me time, but I'm gonna get used to it. I'm doing radio. We're doing radio. I'm gonna get used to it. All right. Just before the break, I told you we're getting to the act of the week. So our act of the week this month. Drum rolls. It really goes to Pamela Nomvete. You thought it was you.
Okay.
And Dineo, Nchabeleng, for her performance as Azania, the powerful student. All right.
Yes, the fullest.
She's here, guys. She's looking amazing. I'm sure you can see her on our live stream there. She's saying hi. I'm very, very curious.
Yes.
Do people still call you Angela?
Everybody still calls me Angela.
Oh my God.
I can't live that down. And I think I'm over it.
Are you over it?
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah, good. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm Angela.
Yeah.
It.
I think sometimes, when you you shut it down.
Yeah.
There's no coming back. So it's just okay, it's fine.
Like the Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, no
so everyone
back.
Was just like, okay. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, finally. Yeah. I was saying before we went on air that Active Spaces does not recognize me. Gunini.
No, we recognize you.
Anyway, it's
guys,
fine.
You know what's funny with Active Spaces? I had this conversation with someone, is that we're playing catch up.
Okay.
Because this space didn't exist then.
Of course.
When you guys were
I totally get it.
So we like playing catch up, and playing catch up as well. You want to balance what's happening now.
I hear you.
Is that me justifying things?
It's okay. We'll take it because we've got work to do today.
We do. Hey, let's do the things, right? How are you doing? How have you been doing?
I'm okay. I'm resting. The past couple of months have been a bit crazy. Shooting Ring of Lies, finishing Ring of Lies, and starting lockdown, finishing lockdown. But it's been lovely, man. I've enjoyed the busyness.
That's great. Look, I was talking just earlier on now about the transitioning of the industry.
Yeah.
How it's forever evolving.
Yeah.
And how it's so difficult to really keep on with certain changes, whether it's broadcast management, whether it's production changing around and evolving. How have you been able to really sustain yourself throughout this career?
I think
how have you done it?
For me, it's just really been simple mathematics. If I do the work, my last work will speak for me in the next one, So if I do great on that one, I'm bound to get another one, do great on that, and we keep on going. I won't lie, longevity is a thing,
True.
But I think I've been blessed to kind of have a standard that I've managed to, stick to. I was actually thinking to myself the other day, I think from 2013, I've managed to stay in prime time, and not even intentionally. It's just because the last job gets you your next job.
True.
I think
you're very right.
we can all go to the auditions and we can all do well in the auditions, but if you're not going to deliver on the set that you're currently on,
yeah,
I don't think anybody's going to be interested in giving you the next one, you know?
True.
It's all about doing great on this one so I can get the next one.
That's so profound.
Yeah.
I think that's how you are a young living legend.
Yeah, I'm an OG, man.
That's did school play a big role in you sustaining yourself in the industry? Because I know you went to NSA, right?
I did, but I didn't do drama in NSA.
What?
I did drama in like grade 8.
You
and then from grade 9 until matric, I was doing music.
What?
Yeah. So it's kind of like different.
Yeah.
I think initially when I went to NSA, I really wanted to do drama just to get a hang of the whole theatre side.
Yeah.
But I realized when I was doing it that theatre...
it's
you
not
know,
for you.
yeah, I think I'm a bit shy to a certain extent, and
You're shy.
yeah, like
Okay.
I think theatre needs like very big.
True.
You know, like you need to have a big personality. You need to be able to hold your own on a stage and a room full of people, and that's something that I'm not very good at. So I kind of realized that, oh, okay, let me not like be a Debbie Downer.
Yeah,
let me do something else that I really love, and that's music. And I enjoyed it. I really had fun. I majored in vocals and clarinet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So is music something
I
popping
love
somewhere?
it. No, not to be like I'm about to drop a track like Boity. No, I'm not that confident.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you just enjoy.
I'm in my own lane. I just really love music. My dad is hectic with music. You know, he's that guy that was making me listen to old school music when I was a kid. So I think I kind of fell in love with music and all of that when I was a kid. So when I got to high school, it wasn't really a huge thing for me to want to transition to music.
Yeah.
It kind of just felt natural.
What's your best memories there at NSA? I know you,
You know what, hey?
It's like you had a lot of fun there. You like...
Well, I mean...
You were on TV every single
Look,
day.
I won't lie. It wasn't the greatest. I think my biggest memories was probably when I got into hectic trouble and I had to like be a big girl and deal with it, you know. Apart from that, it was high school, you know. You know how kids are. Some people will always want to make fun of what they don't understand. So I always kind of like fell on the wayside. Like sometimes I was liked and sometimes I wasn't. You know, there wasn't really anything I could do to kind of be in between. You know, people always had to have something to say about whatever it is that I'm doing, you know. So at no point was I ever perfect enough to be those people's friend or nice enough to be those people's friend. I kind of just got through it. I was just like, oh, dude, it's school. I gotta finish anyway.
And another amazing thing I think about you is that you've worked with all these amazing actors. I think you've ticked all the boxes. Like every actor now.
Actually, come to think of it, I think I have.
Yeah.
After lockdown, no, I think I have.
Yeah. From local to international.
Yeah. I've been really, really, really blessed in that regard. And I think every time I've managed to work, I love the OGs. I love the older people.
Yeah.
You can ask anybody when I'm on a set. Find me with the old people. I love them. They're my peoples. We have the greatest chats. So I always just kind of like sit and have chats with them, and there's always something that I get, you know. There's always something that I learn from them, because I think their method of working, and for them to even still be in the industry as older people, it says something. So there's something that I can definitely learn from them and take from them. So I never take my conversations with them lightly. It's always just so fun. You know, I remember when I was shooting Gold Diggers, I used to have the deepest chats with Ntate Owen, because the last time he had seen me, I was like 9 and we had done a film together. And now, flip the script.
You legend.
We come back and we're doing Gold Diggers together and he's playing my dad. So it was just so nice to reconnect and just kind of get a feel of where everyone is. And so I like learning from them. There's definitely something we can take from them.
That's so important. It's very important what you're saying, because there is that, I don't know, like it's like war between the young and the old. It's not war per se, but sometimes you sense it on set. Like I visit a lot of sets and I see the young ones there. Yeah. And you join the young conversation. They're like, these guys think these guys must just come on social media or something. And then vice versa, you go there, it's like, these guys with phones and stuff. Of course. They must put those phones down.
You must remember, for me, I don't really have that problem, because I started working and there weren't any kids. Yeah. So I had to chill with the older people. So it kind of already conditioned my mind. Wow. You know. I remember someone saying to me, "You're such an old soul," and I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, I get why you'd say that, because as a kid I used to hang out with the older people because there weren't a lot of kids that were doing television when we started. You must remember it was just the YoTV kids.
True.
And a couple of us on your soaps and your dramas doing films, and most of the kids that were in television were doing international films. Like your junior singles, we never saw them on television. They were just overseas the whole time, you know. So
there's that generation. Hey,
yes, there is
your generation.
Yes,
like
the OGs.
We must just put you guys in one room and like have a conversation.
I think we'd have such a dope reality show.
I think so.
Just to see how everybody is right now. I think it would make such an interesting show.
You just mentioned Junior now. And
yeah,
Junior is...
I've shot so many films with him, and people just don't know. I think me and him started working together when we were like, that was our first film, Beat the Drum. We were 9, and then after that, I did like
with all those stars.
Yes, I did a couple of. Alison Tati was also in it, actually, funny enough. And then we saw each other again on Ring of Lies, and it was so interesting. So,
You, what?
Yeah.
Now I feel like we owe you something.
I've been saying,
like,
y'all are out here busy getting the new cats.
No, you are owed.
No
all right,
beef,
we're going to
beef.
quickly go for an ad break. That's, oh man, I don't know what to say. But yeah, just a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to continue this conversation. When we come back, I want us to talk with Dineo in terms of the change. When does the adult sort of stage hit you, you know, from being a child star to that point where you're like, okay, maybe I'm not a child star anymore. Now I need to work. All right, that after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Brandlive.co.za is thought leadership radio. It's a new way to communicate your brand, your value, and what we think about your industry. Be a leader, be a voice, and we will help you shape your industry. Our radio platform is for thought leaders who want to share insights, businesses who want to create value for their databases, organizations who want to control their message, for those that drive change. Make your brand come alive on brandlive.co.za. Harnessing the power of talk radio.
Brandlive.co.za. You're listening to Brandlive.co.za.
Session is really turning out to be something else for me. All right, we're back. It's Insightful Conversations with me, Ayanda Sitebe. You live on brandlive.co.za. Hit us up. We're talking to Dineo and Nchabeleng. Ask her anything on social media. Let me see if some things are happening there. People are asking questions. But before we look at those questions, let's talk about that transition, that child star to like, take me serious. I'm an actor.
I think like the whole child star tag or label is something that like the media does.
Yes,
you know,
true,
because I think
true.
in terms of you as a performer and as an actor or an actress, you grow, you know, because you can even see with like the roles that you'll go and audition for. Like I'll have the chats with my agent and be like, not so sure about that one. We got to move in this direction. So let's try and audition, you know. I don't know how many times I've auditioned for like things that are for my age, but I never get. But my whole point is that I need to go and audition so I can also just kind of push myself, see if I can play with the bigger kids who are actually my age but look, you know, because they're taller, whatever the case may be. So I don't know, I've never really, I get why they would, you know, call
child star
to adults. I get it, but for me it's always just been a matter of I can't do the little kiddie stuff anymore. I need to like move into the big playing field, and it's just progression. It's natural progression as an actress.
Is it difficult though to break away from it in terms of from the casting point of view where
Yeah, of course, people will be surprised. Shame, I won't lie. And I think I really enjoy auditions where people are just like, oh my gosh, but you were that kid. I'm like, great. Yeah. So you almost forgot for a second, and I like that. Yeah. Because then that means that there's something that I'm doing right, and that's where I need to keep moving into. Those are the spaces that I need to be in, you know? Let's
tap into your process, if you have any process.
Yeah.
Because I really think I was captured how you really portray your character in Ring of Lies.
Yeah.
What's the character name? Slee.
Yeah.
I think that was amazing. Like just looking at how you handled like relationship dynamics between you and Neo, your mother, your father, your stepmother, and that whole like what's
I think you know, like with stuff like that, you must remember Ring of Lies was like season 1, 52 episodes, and it was great. So we all just kind of made a pact in the room when we started doing script reading that we need to kill it. Apart from that, we all believed in the story, so it was kind of easy. You know, when you've got a group of people around one table who all want the same thing, it's so easy to work. You know, because then when we get to set, we're also just like, maybe you should just a little, you know, those are the kinds of conversations we're able to have. But in terms of a process, I don't really like, you know, do like hectic exercises or something. I'm more of like, I watch stuff. I watch a lot of films. I watch series, you know, and I watch a lot of American stuff because I think they're so good at like taking out content with new people that people don't know, and it's just like, oh my gosh, that person killed that performance. I wish people knew about it. You know, so I always love like seeing stuff like that because that also just kind of gives me an idea of where I need to go. You know, and when you see these other actors who we know who do different characters, and you're just like, wow, like, is it the same person? So I just kind of watch a lot of stuff, you know, as much as I can, especially before I start shooting, once I'm done reading scripts or whatever the case may be, just kind of do my own research, you know, and find out where I want to put the character that I'm about to play.
Is that what keeps you going in terms of watching material out there? Because is that what like inspire you?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
When you're feeling,
definitely. Because like when I watch some of this stuff, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so far away. But I'm so close. So I just gotta keep going, you know, because I do also like, I see it sometimes, you know, like especially with my character with Lockdown. I was having a conversation with Mandla and I was just like, listen, you kind of
shout out to Mandla.
You really put me in a spot where you reminded me of my first love, like why I do what I do, because you asked me of something. You asked me to go really deep. And it's nice to have people who are just like, look, I know you can do better.
Wow,
that was good, but I know you can do better, you know. So it's nice to have that push, that give me more so I can work with more. So yeah, I don't know, like, and I can see, you know, sometimes when you're flatlining, I think as a true performer, you should be able to see that, and that should worry you. Because our industry is growing so much. There are so many new artists coming out, and they're doing really, really well. You can't take away from that, you know. So if you are there and you're already established, you need to know where you are right now in the ship, you know. And there's competition, so you gotta level up.
Level up.
Can
you just throw that in there?
Like, it just came to my mind.
We see what you did there. Cool. Do you like, you know, the industry is very taxing. You know, like I think acting is one of the most taxing careers out there, emotionally and otherwise. Underpaid. Let's not go there, right? We Actor Spaces, we're celebrating the craft.
Look, I'm just saying, let's keep it real.
But is that a big issue though?
I think it is, you know, like sometimes these production companies forget that, like, in as much as you get commissioned for a movie or a series or whatever the case may be, the people who are going to be playing these characters are the ones that are going to bring it to life and possibly determine whether you're getting another season or not, you know. So when I started working, I worked in a time with these older actors who were like gold, because production companies understood then, listen dude, if our artists are happy, they deliver. So a healthy working environment will keep everybody ready and willing to like go over and above, you know. And now it's just a matter of, we're under time constraints, this is the budget, we gotta, you know, so we don't have that finesse anymore. We don't have that finesse anymore, and you are expected to deliver the finesse in a very short space of time, you know. So it's a bit of a and a, you know, and then you find yourself having to work and you're just like, but I'm doing so much work and I'm looking at my pay and it's like not adding up. But then and if you love it, you love it. Of course, you know. And I think if you love it, you love it. You forget about all of those other little things and you just think about how great it's going to look, you know. I love to entertain people. I love it when people like bump into me and they're just like, oh my gosh, that character was so mad. I was like, okay, I touched somebody. I touched somebody. So I'm cool with it.
Do you think there's like that disconnect just within the acting community, where if actors, we can like have one voice of some sort, that there could be more change, like
for all of us? Definitely there is a disconnect, because now you must remember that we know more actors. People are gonna tell you I'm a social, what do they call it? Social
what's that? Social something?
I don't know.
Socialite? No, not
social,
socialite.
whatever. But you know what I'm trying to say. So now we're all in the same boat. A person who's now, for example, a dancer, gets cast to act.
I hear you.
So now they're a dancer.
Yeah.
I'm an actress. But now we're together because you have shot one scene in something and now you call yourself an actor. So we are not in this. Our struggles aren't the same. Our roads aren't the same. So we can't even begin to have the same conversation because we're not on the same boat.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So could we? We could.
Yeah.
Are we? I don't think so. Because in your mind, you're the socialite, you're the dancer, you're the musician, you're the actress, you're the
numbers per se.
You understand what I'm saying? And you want the money. And for me, I'm just like, look, it would be so great if we could get recognized in this country as working people and not contractors. So when I go to a bank and I say I want to buy a house, I'm not told that I don't have a payslip.
My God.
How, like, mina ngena kuphi mina nyaspana. I would really just love to better myself as a person, but I'm failing because of a simple thing. I'm not recognized. And I think people take it lightly. And then we wonder why our older actors, when they die, everybody's like, he died, he didn't have this, he didn't have that. Of course he didn't. Because no one is out there having the real conversation. Everybody's concerned with the frivolous things.
Wow. There's no structure there.
No,
there
isn't.
Governing.
No.
I had a conversation the other day with someone who said, like, there's no paramedics in half of the sets in South Africa. And that's just...
I remember. Okay, yeah.
What do you remember? Let's remember. I like remembering.
Let's not go there. Let's not throw any more shade. Enough shade for them.
Because to show you how much less of governing within the craft.
Definitely.
It's not existing.
Definitely.
Paramedics.
Yeah. Especially when you're on a set and you have to like do hectic things. That's like basic, right? You'd assume it's basic.
Yeah.
And then when you have the conversation of why weren't they there? Oh, well, budget. And you're just like, but budget and a life. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit scary, you know? It's a bit scary how unimportant we've become to that degree. Meanwhile, we're the faces of all of these people who are making the money. And the person at home doesn't know the executive producer, doesn't know the accountant.
They know you.
They know me. So when they see that name, they associate it with me, you know? And like all of those things that you've just said right now are things that we should be discussing as actors. We should be concerned about the fact that I'll go onto a set and I don't have a stunt double. And I'll be expected to do these things. What if I get hurt? What are the precautions? But no one is having them because it's just like, oh, wow. So I have to do it. But hold up, you're still a person.
You see, they're flashing red lights and time and stuff. You see,
are we out of time?
See the hour thing that we must protest that must happen here because these conversations are so important.
They are.
This dialogue is so important for upcoming actors that want to be in the industry, not knowing like conditions like this, and someone should sacrifice so that when they come in, conditions are better. Somehow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Any work that you're busy with? Anything you want to put out there? Any wise words? Since you know
wise words
to young actors.
Yeah, look, man. If you're gonna do it, I hope you're not gonna do it for the fame because it's definitely not that great. If you're gonna do it for the love, hell yeah, let's do it, man. I've been doing this for like 19 years, and I wouldn't want to do anything else.
19 years.
Yes, like I've been acting for such a long time, guys. I started when I was 7. Like my first commercial, I was 7 years old, and I was just like, oh, this is so great. I get to like dress up and be different people. I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life.
And you had understanding of it.
Of course, I loved it. I thought it was so cool. So look, I'm only here because I love what I do, you know, and I think it also just speaks to the longevity because I just constantly want to throw myself in it. So yeah, I hope you're doing it for the love and get into it and just be professional, man.
So this conversation is going to continue on our platform, Actor Spaces. We're doing something with Dineo. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. We're going to go and create magic with her and Blue and everyone else who's involved there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so nice.
Kick us out here. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. It's so sad to leave.
It's okay, though.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.